Hello friends, in today's video we're going to talk about the Mongol warlord whose name was Genghis Khan. He was born in the year 1162 near Lake Baikal, Mongolia, and died on August 18, 1227. He was a Mongolian warrior ruler, one of the most famous conquerors of history, who consolidated tribes into a unified Mongolia and then extended his empire across Asia to the Adriatic Sea. Friends, Genghis Khan had a rough life in his childhood. He was born in the upper region of the Onon River, present-day Kenti in Mongolia. His father Yasukai was a leader of the Qian tribe, many Mongol tribes. When Genghis Khan was 9, his father was poisoned to death. Then the Qian tribe was declining in power and the people of the tribe were defecting to other tribes, leaving his family behind. They lived in poverty, surviving mostly on wild fruits, tree roots, and fishing. They also faced raids from other tribes. Genghis Khan was a warrior and ruler of genius who, starting from obscure and insignificant beginnings, brought all the nomadic tribes of Mongolia under the rule of himself and his family in a rigidly disciplined military state. He then turned his attention toward the settled peoples beyond the borders of his nomadic realm and began the series of campaigns of plunder and conquest that eventually carried the Mongol armies as far as the Adriatic Sea in one direction and the Pacific coast of China in the other, leading to the establishment of the Great Mongol Empire. Friends, yet the legacy of Genghis Khan, his sons and grandsons, is also one of the cultural development, artistic achievement, a courtly way of life, and an entire continent united under the so-called Pax Mongolica, that is, Mongolian peace. Few people realize that the Yuan dynasty in China is part of Genghis Khan's legacy through its founder, his grandson Kubilai Khan, and the Mongol Empire was at its largest 2 generations after Genghis Khan and was divided into 4 main branches, the Yuan Empire of the Great Khan being the central and most important. The other Mongol states were the Chagatai Khanate in Central Asia, the Golden Horde in southern Russia extending into Europe, and the Ilkhanate dynasty in Greater Iran. After the founding of Mongolia, Genghis Khan began to launch large-scale wars of conquest. He conquered China, the Western Xia, Xin, and Song dynasties, Central Asia, and the countries as far west as Eastern Europe. By the time he died in 1227, his empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea. His empire was more than 2 times bigger than the approximately 600,000 square kilometers Greek Empire of Alexander the Great. Regarding the Genghis Khan's death, the official history of the Yuan dynasty only has a simple record stating that Genghis Khan died in the fall of 1227 due to illness in the course of his attack on Western Xia. This lack of detail has led to various speculations. The secret history of the Mongols said Genghis Khan fell from his horse and died because of wound infection, while Marco Polo wrote that Genghis Khan died of an infection due to an arrow wound he received in a battle with the Western Xia. Well friends, there are many stories and legends about his tomb, including one that everyone who built his grave and attended his funeral were killed, a river was diverted to cover his grave, and that trees were planted to hide his grave. So friends, if you really like this video, I request you to kindly share it with your friends and your loved ones. Keep smiling and take care. Hello friends, welcome to our channel called The History, where we apprise you of the important historical events which one should certainly know, along with the ancient, medieval and the modern history in order to enhance your knowledge. But before we move on, I request you to kindly subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for the latest updates.